Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Dear distinguished chairs, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. I'm Commander Arun Charoenphol, Head of International Maritime Collaboration, Section Naval Operations Department, Royal Thai Navy. In this afternoon, my presentation is the last presentation for today. I will highlight about the maritime safety and security challenges in perspective of Thailand, and also there are some MDA that we will talk later. Scope of my presentation on the screen will be composed of 3 parts. To highlight about the overview of Indian Ocean regions and challenges in part 1, Thailand Maritime Law Enforcement mechanism to support the maritime safety and security, and also the MDA in part 2, and keys to overcome the challenge in part 3. Let's begin in the part 1. Indian Ocean regions has approximately 50 states in and allow the Indian Ocean with total in land area of 33 million square meters. The Indian Ocean region's population is allowed 2.6 billion, and that counts 39% of the global population. Indian Ocean occupies 20% of their total ocean area of the world. The distance from East Africa to West Australia allows 4,000 miles. What I would like to point out here is not the vast areas of the water or land, but the population allows 40% of global population, that is almost half. So we may say that anything happens in the Indian Ocean regions can present impacts on almost half of the world. Moving on to the first challenge I would like to present is natural disaster. The Indian Ocean regions is a region vulnerable to many types of natural disaster, cyclones, flood, and huge magnitude earthquakes originated by the moving of different tectonic plates. These earthquakes often trigger tsunamis and marine surge. On the screen is the well-known 2004 tsunami, which killed more than 200,000 people in 14 countries and a huge number of lost and homeless. Thailand alone had found 5,000 killed and 8,000 injured. Something we have done about tsunami is setting up the tsunami warning system. However, apart from being alarmed by this automatic system, what we still need to mitigate the impact of tsunamis is multinational cooperation and coordination with effective cooperative management and strong tie of friendship. Information will be shared, explained will be exchanged, and urgent HADR operations will be reached in time of need. The next challenge I will talk about is irregular migration. Thailand has witnessed irregular maritime migration since 1998. The large number of boat people are found in Thailand's water during November to April every year. As this is the time the Andaman Sea is clear for monsoon with no sign of situation improvement, and the number of boat people tends to be increased. The irregular migration has given burdens on Thailand in many dimensions: social, hygienic, budgeting, security, and the country's image on humanitarian issue. On the screen are humanitarian assistance the Thai armed forces had done for these migrants. Next is drugs and arms trafficking. Drugs and arms trafficking is another challenge in the Indian Ocean regions in the recent years. There has been an increase of the intelligence on drugs and arms trafficking in the Andaman Sea. And also the quite famous now, the IU fishing. I'm certain that so many countries have also faced this problem. Thailand has been aware that IU fishing, which is a major threat to the long-term sustainability of the world's oceans. Therefore, we have tried hard to resolve the problem. The establishment of the Command Center for Combating Illegal Fishing and a number of port in port out center, the installations of VMS on board fishing vessels, and the exchange of IUU information are some examples of our efforts in monitoring, managing, and resolving the problem. Next is the piracy. Piracy is certainly a profound threat to international shipping. However, as we all have perceived, the threat of Somali piracy has declined in the last few years, due largely to multinational corporations which has brought together naval sources and personnel to mutually conduct operations against such piracy. To cope with these challenges, Royal Thai Navy deployed Counter Piracy Task Unit to operate under CTF 151 two times in 2010 and 2012, and continually sent staff and liaison officers to join CMF and CTF 151. We still keep monitoring the Thai flag vessels pass through this area. That means we can respond to any requesting from their vessels quickly. We come to the part 2. This part, I would like to display our law enforcement mechanism we have done until now to support maritime safety and security, and also the MDA, and the challenges we have faced, so this part could let you understand our efforts more. As you know, the maritime security in the sea have many aspects. So Thailand has engineered to the interministerial agency to cover with all aspects by establishing Thailand Maritime Enforcement Coordinating Center, or THAIMEC, which comprises of 6 government agencies. There are Marine Department, Department of Fisheries, Customs Department, Marine Police, and Department of Marine and Coastal Resources. Royal Thai Navy is designated as the focal point through the information sharing mechanism, which aims to reduce the duplicate work to maximize capacity of the existing maritime forces to enforce the law at sea in terms of enforcement coordination and information exchange nationally and internationally. For the area of operations, we are responsible for the area of over 300,000 square kilometers, divided into 3 areas cover both Gulf of Thailand and Andaman Sea. In terms of maritime threats, the THAIMEC is now focusing on the threats of piracy and armed robbery at sea, slavery and human trafficking, illegal migrants, illegal smuggling, narcotics, dual-use items under UN Convention, illegal fishing, as well as anti-terrorism, disaster relief, search and rescue, and environmental laws. However, the operating experience for 20 years has shown some significant challenges. First, the THAIMEC is only a coordinating center and has not had enough authority to interoperate maritime assets effectively. This results in possible lack of technical control over the maritime forces, especially in the crisis case in the second. Thus, working on their own agency duties along with the THAIMEC may lead to the problem of insufficient personal workload and scarce resources. Therefore, the THAIMEC structure needs to be reorganized, as well as its authority needs to be upgraded by law. For the final part, I would like to emphasize the keys to overcome the challenges. Thailand has realized that no country can deal effectively with maritime challenges alone. So it is clearly stated at the policy level in the National Maritime Security Policy that Thailand must develop and strengthen relationships on maritime affairs with other countries within and outside Southeast Asian regions. Hence, cooperation is the best and becomes the key to deal with current, the future, and future maritime challenges. It is the strategy that can ensure national and regional maritime security. Talking about the cooperative mechanism, there have been so many mechanisms existing and functioning at the national level, such as IORA, IONS, BIMSTECs, normal diplomatic channels, and so on. At the Navy level, we have got a lot of mechanisms such as bilateral talks, staff talk, working groups, senior officer meetings, joint patrol, joint exercises, information sharing system, and center port visits, VAP visits, courtesy calls. And we have sent the officer to work in the 3 main centers. There are Combined Maritime Forces in Bahrain, Recap Information Sharing Center, and Information Fusion Center in Singapore. Their tasks are to be point of contact between its center and loyal Thai Navy and exchange the information with the other parties. Therefore, we believe that our vessels will get more safety and security with this cooperative mechanism. I believe we have got more than enough cooperative mechanisms. What we have to do is just trying to make the existing mechanism work properly, effectively, and sustainability. There are so many constant factors, for example, budget constraint, limited confidence in partnership, and probably the issue of sovereignty is still a major concern, especially in planning to conduct joint and combined operations. Thailand has maintained our standing point to be friend for all nations and ready to cooperate with all stakeholders as well to make the Indian Oceans safe and secure. That is all my presentation today. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you.